I'm keeping it. I'm going down with the ship.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. Congratulations to anyone who bought at the 200 weighted moving average at that purple line that I always pound the table on. We did get some news today. And surprise, surprise, we did pump. Not a big run. I don't think we're going to get a big run off of this, mainly because of Trump market conditions. You know, everything's coming down. I think he's going to tariff EU, right? So, surprise, surprise. We actually went above that purple line and got pushed right back down. But still, if you waited for that purple line, you could have taken some profit and then just get ready to buy in cheaper at around $1. Because that's at a 107 is where we bounced. Maybe we form a bottom here. That would be cool. But for the time being, everything's going as we would expect in this kind of situation. It's going to be hard to get a big run with the market as a whole getting pushed down, especially with everyone watching Trump's every word and then reacting. Other than that, let's look at the PR here, but it's not one of those PRs that's going to move the stock price. It is something to get excited about, yes, enough that the stock pumped, but again, it's par for the course that we come back down. So look to buy at 107 again, or $1 and under. We got earnings coming up, so that's going to be interesting as well, but usually on earnings, as I've said before, it doesn't really move or do much of anything. If anything, it goes down. It doesn't help that Trump's sending a thing, calculating. I'm pretty sure this is on purpose, dumping everything, causing everything to fall, and that's fine. Good opportunity. KULR Technology said Thursday that an unnamed private U.S. unnamed private U.S. space company has selected its M35A battery cells for spaceflight programs. That's it. That's the only. Yeah, Trump threatens 200% tariffs on EU. So there you go. So this is a cool PR, nice little pop here, but ultimately we would expect it to come down because of everything else that's going on. I mean, you look at my watch list and it's just red, red, red everywhere. Where's the green? There's no green. KULR is only green, and well, if you can even call it that, because it's a red candle. But the only reason it's showing green here is because of that piece of news. Without the piece of news, we probably would have just came down even. We would just come down right now. We'd be at like 105, 110, somewhere around there. So this is just, again, I think it's a great example of the stock is not falling because it's a bad company, because it's got nothing going for it. The stock is performing the way it is because the market as a whole is performing this way and everyone's selling off and there's a lot of fear, and that's cool because we get a huge discount. So I want you to recognize that. Now, if we had gotten a PR today that was the opposite, hey guys, we're gonna reverse split, and then it dropped 50%, because that's what would happen if it announced a reverse split for some reason, which wouldn't make sense here at 125. But whatever, you get the point. I'm just hypothetical. If it came out with a really bad PR, we would have dumped under $1. And then I'd be speaking a different tone. I'd be like, whoa, guys, I'm taking the loss and moving on because this is no bueno. But there's been nothing bad, so there's nothing to be concerned about. Like I said, earnings, it doesn't really move, or it drops even lower. Combine that with Trump and everything he's doing. Yeah. Is he going to invade Canada? I don't know. There was some news that there's a bill or something that's being introduced so that Canada isn't attacked. I don't even know, man. I don't even know what's real anymore at this point. Now, I don't care, quite frankly. If the market's going to come down cheap, cool. That's all that matters. Because sometimes people ask me, hey, KULR came out with this news, or someone has this opinion about KULR that it's a garbage stock. I don't care about other people's opinions. I don't care about all the negative news and press. That doesn't mean anything. The press isn't here to make you happy. They're there to just get your views, so they can make their money off of the ads, just like anyone else, right? But the thing is, how often have you made money off of a press release from some company or just some random individual? I don't even read those articles from other people. I don't care. I don't even watch other YouTubers, except for the only other YouTuber I watch is this guy, Zip Trader U, because he's we all started somewhere. I started with this guy, and he has a similar philosophy of things get cheap, that's when you buy. Buy at the top here at $5.49. Yeah, we weren't gonna get a huge run to $3. That's still my target, but we're gonna need, like, again, a big government contract like last time, and that'll get us going. And the conditions would have to be that we're in a bull run. This happened literally towards the end of the bull run. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was, this came at a good time, that contract. You know, all that good news, that good PR came at a good time. You know what I'm saying? Good news coming out here is, you know what I'm saying? It's going to move, but not much, and it's going to sell off immediately because no one wants to hold in these current market conditions and with this volatility. That's just how it is. That's my opinion. I could be way off. Maybe I'm high off my rocker. I don't know. I just woke up. I sleep later now because what's the point of waking up at 7 in the morning just for the market to be barely green and then it just sells off anyways, right? Because that's what we would expect in a bear market. Things pump a little bit and then immediately sell off anyways for the rest of the day, just like what's happening right now. That's essentially what we've been seeing in the markets. We get a nice pump, people get excited, we move, and then it just sells off inevitably for the rest of the day. That's just something that's been happening with the markets as a whole. So that's, what's the point, right? What am I waking up for? Just to see everything sell off? Screw that. I'm going to sleep more and and I'll just check on it later when I wake up. Because it's just, let's see how cheap it got really at this point is what it comes down to. That's really all you're waking up for is how much cheaper did my favorite stock get? So I implore you to stop looking at the markets every single day at this point. Because I don't even bother anymore. I'm like, well, what's the point? It just keeps going down. But we'll just wait for the key levels. $1 is the key level here. And if we come down lower, that's going to be 75 and then 50 and then 20. Right back to, lows before that huge run. It could happen. I mean, we've seen how much it's sold off from highs. As long as you're not a sucker that bought up here. Or at least you had a strategy and you took a loss and you're like, hey, thank God I took that loss because I get to buy in, a fifth cheaper? And maybe even a 10th cheaper if this thing goes down to 50 cents, which let's hope it doesn't. I don't want that. But, yeah, there's a lot to be excited about. And you really shouldn't be scared at this point. Because it's like there's been no bad news with this one. It's just getting good news after good news after good news. Sure, the good news takes, weeks to come out, but as long as it continues this, we're fine. I look forward to earnings. Again, my expectation for earnings is if I was one of those analysts, I'd say we get I don't think we get a beat. If we do, it's barely a beat. But I think more than anything, we're just not even going to move anyways. So that's my opinion. That's what I expect for earnings. And I'm just going off of history and how it likes to move around that time. So hopefully you learned something from this. I know, I get it. My plays take a long time to play out. But you should have 100% win rate right now. Especially if you have the ability to sell off of lowest. Despite the shares that I hold at $2, if you did buy down here with me around the purple line, and then you took profit on this pump here, because you can sell off of lowest cost shares first. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I sell off of lowest cost shares first. So even though you have shares with me at $2, you bought down here, right? And then it pumped. You still could have taken profit just on those shares that you bought at the lowest cost. And you still would have made money and you'd still be at 100% win rate, which you should be at because we have not taken a loss on this. There's a reason why I am in this. There's a reason why I keep buying. There's a reason why I'm waiting for it to come down to these specific levels. Like, you just got to wait. Let's not deny that Trump, unfortunately, is, it's bringing everything down. So let it come down. That's it. That's your motivation for the day, for the week, for the year. This bear market can last for the rest of the year. Do not underestimate that. It could be maybe even one of the worst bear markets ever if Trump continues like this, tariffing, your mom, your dad, uncles, grannies, people, dead underground. Even the dead are getting taxed, I'm sure, tariffed, whatever.